I know it's going to be a very good game. The atmosphere is not that conducive because we used to see the National Stadium packed with people watching and cheering our team. But today it's going to be an empty stadium. But based on what I saw in Nigeria, the last 45 minutes, I know if we put that energy into this today with that determination, we're surely going to carry the day. We are only here to win.
I mean, you are a coach, grade A, licensed A coach. Now, have you had a chat with the coach? What's the plan? What is the mentality? What is the philosophy?
Yeah, but it's two ways to it. Okay? Playing against Nigeria, you know, if you play low block, it's going to hurt you. If you play high press, they're going to hurt you. So just prepare that. We have to reinstate our philosophy, our culture, and our tradition. No team should come to Sierra Leone and beat us in Sierra Leone. So that's the one thing. So today, I know it's going to go all out win. It's going to be long balls all the way because Nigeria can't play on this field.
All right, let's break for the Nigerian national anthem. And after that, we'll do the Sierra Leone national anthem. That was the national anthem of Nigeria, the Republic of Nigeria, the national anthem of Sierra Leone. How we exalt thee.
We exalt thee. Good luck, Leicester.
Usual times, empty stadium, but what will be your word to fans, to supporters out there, to continue to give the moral support to the national team?
So what we're trying to do is to bring back sanity into the game, bring confidence, instill confidence into the fans of football all over the world to come back and cheer the national team, support the national team because it's the only team we have. And now that we have a good crop of players coming into the team, maybe in the next few years, Sierra Leone will be a team to reckon with. So for now, we just have to be patient. I know it's not going to be overnight victory, but in the near future, Sierra Leone is going to be one of the biggest teams. In today's game, I know Nigeria came in here just to win. And back in Nigeria, the game in Benin, just because they had overcrowded midfield with their team, solid midfield roving around, and then defenders letting the wing players to come in and receive from those difficult points, those difficult channels. So I know if we eliminate that today, it's going to be a victory for us. But I know they can't play on this pitch because it's bad, so they're going to go long. And that long, we have to make sure we win the second.
All right, thank you very much. That's Mohamed Kalon, national team, former national team captain. He wore the number 10 jersey for Leone Stars. In fact, he first Sierra Leone player to score the Africa Cup of Nations, youngest, by the way, and he was there in 1996. Well, we have been joined by the indefatigable, untiring, ever pushing, and man who believes in success. Today we are out here broadcasting live for the first time with the AYV outside broadcast unit. I mean, this is another step, huge one, as far as you succeeding and the company is concerned.
Yeah, thank you very much, and John, and thanks to every Sierra Leoneans, and I just want to wish Leone Star victory, and I'm sure we're going to come out with at least 2-0.
All right, well, the match is about to start. That was quick. That was quite fast. Stay with us on AYV TV channel 33 and 34. The housemates as well out there watching the match live right where they are in the house. Continue to watch AYV TV, powered by AfriCell, of course. My name is John Conte. I go by the short name JK. Like I said, I'm a man of many hearts. All right, so we'll be right back. Continue to stay with us. I'll be part of the commentary team for today.
Good luck, boys.
For Nigeria. And we have up to 5 Nigerians into the 18-yard box. This could be very skillful of the Super Eagles. They're going, and it's a break loose one. Kwame Kui lost that one off, and the referee says it's a kick in favor of the Super Eagles in a prominent area. It's about 29 meters off from the 18-yard box. Referees are all from Guinea. Kamara is the center referee for today's encounter between Sierra Leone versus the Super Eagles of Nigeria. It's about 28 meters off from the 18-yard box, and guess who is behind the ball is the captain, the most experienced player for the Super Eagles, and that is Musa. But Musa have left, and Kelechi is back of the ball, and let's see how it's going to look like for today. For the Super Eagles side, the wall has been set, and let's see how it goes. Sierra Leone in all green and Super Eagles in green and white. That is the usual colors. And Kwame Kui also back off the ball, and Booyah, the ball being stretching safely into the hands of the young goalkeeper Mohamed Kamara.
Yes, I mean, I was a bit worried there because I'm hoping we don't concede very early. And if we can keep, obviously, for the next 20 minutes, Nigeria bay, and I think we stand a very, very good chance today. Because if you watch the last 2 games we played, Mauritania and Nigeria away, we conceded very, very early goals, and that cost us big time. So hopefully we don't concede early, and we keep them at bay, and we can take the game to them. I think this will be a game that will be decided in the second half, just as it happened in Nigeria, where it was decided for. I feel it will be the same way, and I feel like they were flat in the second half. I feel they don't have the stamina to play in this heat for 90 minutes. So I'm hoping this will be, in our favor.
That's how it works for Sierra Leone. And vividly recalled, it's about 14 years ago since the Super Eagles came here to Sierra Leone with their heavy giants players, the likes of Wanko Kanu, Jejo Kocha, Taibo West, Penini Omokachi. But we beat them here in Sierra Leone goal to nil. That goal was scored by Sidiki from an infield course, and this is a break close one. Let's see, and Rano has been blocked by the Super Eagles defender, who is a captain for today for Nigeria. It's Iku who blocks that one off, and it's Musa, former Leicester City man. Iku from the centre back half from the Super Eagles swings one down into the half. The Moeds back in 21 jersey for Sierra Leone. Kai Kamara didn't allow the ball to drop down into the midway half, and they got that one off, and it's Booyah, and it's a foul, says by referee Kamara from Guinea, and in all black, which I believe is the first time of the referee to referee match in Sierra Leone. And this is very interesting for Sierra Leone after a 4-all draw in Nigeria last week Friday. And first half of play, the Super Eagles got all 4 goals, and Sierra Leone bounced back. They came from the blues and they got equalizing. And today, the fans are watching. You're watching AYV live from across the globe, and Dumbuya is going to take the throw into the half of Sierra Leone from the right-hand corner. Dumbuya in 21 jazzing. Let's see what Dumbuya can do. Throw it down deeper into the half. And the coup got that one, Kwame Kwe. The ball went at its back, then got it well. And the Super Eagles fixed that one. The goalkeeper is out, Mohamed, and they got that one brilliantly. And they got it brilliantly, and they decided to bring the ball back into his position.
I mean, I think we're holding our own right now, and I think we should be playing the way we're playing right now. And I feel Nigeria a little bit nervous, as we can see from the third. I mean, this was not the Nigeria you expect, and also now they're under pressure now because they see Sierra Leone is not, so they come in here a little bit more nervous. As over in Nigeria, they were very, very confident, and I don't see that confidence from Nigeria, which is an advantage to us if you look at it from that point of view. And like I said, if we don't concede within the next 20 minutes, I think we've got a strong chance of winning today's game.
All right, so let's see how it works anyway. At the Shaka Stadium, a stadium that hosted a capacity of about 35,000. Today, it's only 114 fans watching because of the COVID-19. And this is Owube. Lost that one, Kwame Kwe brilliantly, and Rano. And the defender for the Super Eagles clears that one off. And Super Eagles, they are under pressure. And Dumbuya to take the throw from that corner spot. Let's see how it's going to look like. All green into the 18-yard box of a Nigeria. Kwame Kwe is in there. Kai Kamara and Rano. Also, we have Dumbuya throw the ball down. Heads back from the far side, and the Nigerians clears away. It's Lucio who got the opportunity today in 14 jazzing. Nicely worked from Lucio, and this is Kelvin Wright. Dribbling is still going right. Let's see what it's going to do. Buya towards that corner. Buya to try to pass his way through, but he didn't got it. And eventually the Nigerians clears away. And it's going to be a throw in favor of the Super Eagles, I'm sure. Super Eagles, they're kicking from left to right, and while Sierra Leone are kicking from right to left. So let's see how this is going to work for John Kisterman. Raw, the Nigerian coach with a lot of experience, heads back from Rodin Strasser. The ball goes off, and it's going to be a throw in favor of Sierra Leone. Kelvin White, he was the engineer for 3 goals that was scored in Nigeria in Benin City. Kai Kamara, Lucio, Abubakar Samura is the name placed for FC Cologne. The East Lions goalkeeper, Kamara, drops that ball down, looking for Buya, but it was too quick for Buya, and the Nigerians wins a throw in the half of their own, the Super Eagles. The ball being thrown down, and it been cleared off by Strasser, and the referee says the ball went off, and it's a throw in favor of Super Eagles in the half of Sierra Leone.
I think today's game will be also a big game for Kevin Wright. I think he's got a very, very important part to play. As you can see, his last, we had 2 assists from him. And I think if he can get on the ball a bit more, I feel because up front we've got threats with height. We've got Kai Kamara, we've got Adriano. So let's hope the ball Kevin Wright gets more on the ball. And
so let's see what Kelvin Wright will do in today's match. But Dumbuya wins it through after Anna Padin from the Super Eagles was blocked off by Kai Kamara. And Kai got connected to that one, and it was pushed from the back. And Rano says the referee assistant, and it's going to be a kick for the Super Eagles. And Rano was a goal puncher. He scored 2 goals for Sierra Leone last week Friday. Bundu got to 3 goals, Kwame Kwe 4. Super Eagles in charge of the ball at this time in their own half. The ball being swings down. They're looking for Hubi. And this is to where back pass. And goalkeeper Camara knows exactly what to do, and he clears that one off. And the ball being circled at the middle. And this is Meadow. He lost it. A chip swap for Musa. And now it's Kwame Kui. Kui drops it down. Meadow swings it deeper into the half and gets 2 runs there. It's Andrano. Andrano skillfully started it all over again to Kai Kamara. Kai into the right hand corner. Let's say swings it off. Head to the from Buya. Brilliant combination by Leone Stars.
Oh my God.
I feel we need to keep this kind of football where get the ball and then make a good cross, because as you can see in Nigeria we got our goals in that kind of situation, and hopefully we can play to our advantage, and especially the pitch as well. It's not going to play in Nigeria's favour, so we need to use everything we can on our advantage to get one over the Nigerians.
So let's see whether that will work for John Taster's men. John was on the bench the first leg, and I think he's under pressure into this game. That is why standing on the church line since the start of the match. Kwame Kui into the middle, and central back for the Super Eagles is Itibu. And here he goes, Ubi. And referee whistle is gone, and Letso is on the floor. It's Kwame Kui, and there was a touch off from him, and eventually he went down. But I think it's a match of high magnitude because the two teams, Nigeria don't want to lose. They are having 7 points, and Sierra Leone with just 2 points. Into they will take them 2 to 5 points, and they have opportunity to make it through.
For sure, I feel if we win today, we are on course to qualify for African Cup of Nations for sure, because the 2 encounters that we have Benin at home, which I'm pretty sure we'll win here. And I mean, no disrespect to Lesotho, but I feel by then Lesotho will have nothing to play for, and that will put us in a let's hope it's nothing serious with Kwame and carries on playing, because obviously he got a goal for us in Nigeria, and I'm hoping obviously he can shake that one off and get back onto the beach and play. But so far so good. I'm really impressed with the Sierra Leone national team. If you even look at the back line, this is for a very long time I've not seen that organization from our back line, and also communication. The back line, they're all talking to each other, which is very key, you know, and hoping we don't make any mistakes, because the last game we made 3 early mistakes and that led to a goal. So hopefully we can keep it that way.
Right, Jamie Dunia, the East Lions back in. And they got that one off, he swings it in, and it's going to be a throw in favor of the Super Eagles. And it's Iana from the Super Eagles going to take that one. Throw it down, deeper into the 18 box, and the ball bounce. Goalkeeper in the hands of goalkeeper. Goalkeeper Mohamed Kamara, who got that one off, he throw it deep, and the lost position, and Kelvin Wright clears it off. The ball didn't go too far into the safely hands of the Super Eagles and into the half of Sierra Leone. And let's see how this will work for Super Eagles, the combination. And it's 6-man, it's Balegu for the Super Eagles, still dribbling. It passes the halfway line, and the Super Eagles are moving too deep. They're very dangerous. They need to watch them from that corner. And it's Kelvin Wright who touches the ball, and this time it's Musa. Infield cross for Musa, safely into the hands of goalkeeper Mohamed Kamara. Kamara is absolutely confident in this match today.
I mean, you can see the old team, like they're all fired up. I think also the support from the nation, you know, when they got back, they realized, they were told that the whole country was buzzing, and you can see that from the players that everyone knows what's at stake. And I mean, it's not an easy play, but you know, you can see the confidence in the boys, and also the presence of the president yesterday obviously fired the boys up big time. So I'm hoping he's also here to cheer the boys. We have Mohamed Kalon as well here, and obviously I think he flew just for the game, so which is a very good thing. You know, it's a shame we don't have any supporters here, but for those cheering from home, we know they're actually supporting the team. So hopefully we can get one of the Nigerians today.
All right, so let's see how it works now. Lucio drops it down. Exit goes from Balego, and this is Dumbuya. Yemi Dunia plays it off. They point to the half of the Nigerian. And yeah, it goes. It's Kai Kamara. And the referee says foul from that point. And it's going to be a kick in favor of the Super Eagles. And they're playing a Jazin Etibo. And it was the man of the match for Nigeria. When they hosted Sierra Leone last week Friday, just about 4 days. And this is Balego into the central defense of the Super Eagles. Musa to Etibo. Etibo swings it down deep into the half. And this is the Super Eagles on the breakfast run. The shot goes wide. And it's going to be a goal kick for Sierra Leone. And Sierra Leone need to be careful. Some of these infield crosses, you know, could be some problem for them if proper defense have not been blocked.
I think the Nigeria knows that will be their strength for today because height is not on our side for our goalkeeper. So we shouldn't allow them to make any crosses from any business, like just trying to block the crosses. And if we do that, I mean that's one step into securing the victory today.
Sierra Leone nothing and Nigeria nothing. This match is played into the act of Sierra Leone. They are in the country's capital city at the Shaka Stevens Stadium in Freetown. And the referee, Kamara from Guinea, dropped the ball down. And Balegu from Nigerian started all over to his counter. And the Super Eagles seems to be pressuring the match from left to right. And they wanted to keep themselves Halia, that was on Friday last week when they hosted Sierra Leone in Benin City. At this time, they have scored almost 2 goals. It's about 15 to 20 minutes have been played. And that's a stamp for me. And so let's see the referee decision. And the referee from Guinea says that we should calm down a bit and, you know, allow the match to play fairly. I think the referee wants to calm the game down. Don't want, you know, starting giving out yellow cards, so probably red cards, which will match someone off the game. And Lucio started all over again. So goalkeeper Mohamed Bangura swings it deep down into the half. And this is Angrano, who picks it up. Alaji Kamara is the name. Buya is moving deep down into the left-hand corner. Let's see how it will go. Buya to Kelvin right swings it. And it's gone off track. And it's going to be a corner kick for Sierra Leone. Corner kick for Sierra Leone. And it's the first corner kick for Leone Stars of Sierra Leone. They are all dressed in green. And Super Eagles in green and white. So let's see who will go for that ball at the left-hand corner. And he plays his professional football in China. And let's see what Buya will do. Whether his cross will create some impact. Buya swings it in! And heads from the back. And from the Super Eagles. And the ball went off. And it's going to be through in favor of Sierra Leone. Dumbuya is going to go for the ball. Dumbuya in 21 jazzing. And it's about 9 green shots into the 18-yard box. And you can see the tall goalkeeper, Okoye, with his flash orange. And let's say it's Dumbuya swings it down through, Kai heads back, and it plays off by Itobi. And this is Lucio heads back. They allow the ball to drop down. And yeah, it goes. And it's Strasser. Dumbuya flicked it up. And it's going to be a throw in favor of the Super Eagles. John is into the commentary board. What's your comment so far?
Well, so far it seems pedestrian at the moment. Both teams are quite cautious. You can tell clearly that the Nigerians are playing a cautious game. Unlike when they started in Nigeria, it was all called it a Russian game. They put in, from the words of Dallas Banton, they were rushing and actually downstairs. But here today, they're cautious and they're taking things bit by bit to see how they could penetrate. Encounter in Nigeria, they're playing through the wings. They have the quick guys running through and putting through passes that the national team. But today, so far, we've seen that our guys are quite compact and they're getting things based on what the plan that they had from the coach. That on display today. The Nigerians have in the ranks the Everton player, former Arsenal player, Iwobi. There are several other players as well. That was a strike. That was a strike by Buya. Interestingly, I think this is his first start for the team, right? Did he start in Nigeria? So this is his second start for the national team as far as getting into the starting lineup is concerned. So he's a very promising player. Lineup solution. It's a strength game, quite cautious from both teams, but as you can, it's a match that the Leone Stars must win there to make it to the Africa Cup of Nations 2021.
And most people believe it's the reformation, John is talking about, John Kister. Fresh players likes of Buya, the likes of Kelvin Wright, and you also have Bundu, and you have other players who have been making the mark. Also Andrano, and this is Buya, and the ball slipped off him, and he got it again. Brilliant one from Buya.
I mean, you could tell that that's a confident player, even though he had. I mean, at some point he miscued what he was supposed to do, but he came back, recovered, and had a shot directly at goal. He's such a gifted talent in the squad, and I'm sure with his inclusion, he'll give a different, completely different dimension to the national team Leone Stars. In the national team Leone Stars as well, you have Kai Kamara, and who happens to be, and Meadow Kamara. They happen to be the oldest players in the squad as far as the number of caps they have for the national team is the number of games they've played, and in terms of their age as well. So this is a mixed side of youth and experience, and is leading the ranks up front as far as the strikers are concerned. You also have Alhaji Adriano. He scored both 2 goals in Nigeria. And you have several other players as well in the ranks. So it's a good team put forward today by John Kister. Hopefully they'll be able to stick to the game plan and get the deserved result in the match today. You have on the wings, you have Kwame Kui as well. He scored the first goal for Sierra Leone. That is a throw into the Leone Stars.
And it's going to be a kick in favor of Sierra Leone. Meadow, the captain, swings ball down, and Andrano running, and safely into the hands of goalkeeper Okoya. And he conceded 4 goals to Nigeria, both goalkeepers, Sierra Leone and Nigeria. Kwame Kui, Andrano crosses in front of the mouth of the Mitsubo. Yemidunia. Nicely won. Strasser. Right. Kelvin Wright, its second appearances for Sierra Leone. And heads back, Etobe. Second in the match as well. And this is a Etobe from the middle. A slip off and a still in position. Musa. It will be lovely one from him. And Kelechi. And this is Buya. Buya for Sierra Leone, and the ball right off his foot, and he was kicked from the back. And then the referee says a foul in favor of Sierra Leone. I think so far the country's national team has been very impressive, John. With the inclusion of Lucio Abubakar Samoa, who has been, standing into the defense back of the country.
Well, like I said, they're quite compact. I mean, it's good that they are able to stick to the plan, technical plan that was put out by the coaches. With FC Wansin, he played several matches, I think, from Division 2 to Division 1. They went unbeaten, and then he qualified FC Wansin to the Premier League. They went several games unbeaten as well. I mean, hopefully he will bring that mojo to the national team Leone Stars now. So Nigeria went 4-0 down. He had a change here and there, and then the team came back in the second half and scored as many goals as were possible to level the scores in Nigeria. So it's hopefully they remain compact. Now Alex Iwobi of Nigeria is trying to pull the strings so far, but of course you saw he was out-muscled by Buya out there, and the foul was called in favor of Buya and Leone Stars. So far it's compact. Like I said, as you can see, that's Alex Iwobi, the former Arsenal man. He's trying to pull the strings there. That's Ahmed Musa, the captain of of Nigeria. But in the midfield, Camley collected there was Kwame who beats one. Now and clean, that's a clean pass to, of course, from the back. That is Buya again on the ball. That's Buya again on the ball, trying to outsmart his man. He does, and unfortunately, that was too heavy. The target man was Guy Kamara. That was too heavy, and it's a throw into the Nigerians.
And I think it's going to be water break, and that was a new law by CAF because of the COVID-19. And for every 25 minutes into the first half, they will go for water break, and 75 minutes into the second half, they will go for another water break. And I think it's a way of tete-a-tete with the coach and his players as well, which I think it's a very good initiative.
But I think it is also taking into consideration global warming. It's quite hot nowadays. I mean, with us living in the tropical countries in Sierra Leone, it's quite hot and humid. It's quite hot and humid. You need to go for regular water break, so it's helping the players rehydrate. You don't want to have a player running around, in the field and would want to call for water break. That would obstruct the game plan. So the football administrators, FIFA, saw to it that it's better whole team go for water break, have the coach, like you mentioned, give them a formation change, tactical change with them, and then whilst they are rehydrating as well. So it's taking into consideration climate, but also getting the players to be able to get a tete-a-tete with the coach and tactical and technical switch and change.
So let's see how this works. And Zingale is not into the squad today, and because of his 2 yellow cards he has, he have into his 2 last matches, and eventually we have Mohamed Kalon into the match, and he's on the stand watching the boys. Such a motivation for him, and I think he went to the dressing room and he talked to the boys and as well give them some motivation. I think he did that when Sierra Leone was about to play Nigeria, and he told them that this is a crucial match. Eyes on the ground.
For sure. I mean, we saw him going in when he arrived, and obviously he went in there bad words with the boys, and hopefully that will motivate the boys. And like I said yesterday, also I've been coming down to the last training session, which was very, very good for the boys as well. And I mean, I've been impressed with the boys so far. I just hope we don't make any mistakes in this first half and hold our own until the second half, where I feel in the second half will be a lot better and Nigeria would be on the other side of the game today.
So let's see how that works, and because Super Eagles, they're quite determined. Like their FA president said, Amadou Pinnick said, they should come back to Sierra Leone and give Sierra Leone 4 goals. And after they were woefully, and that could have been demolished. Most people said it's a 4 draw, but I think that was the meaning in any way.
Disrespectful that you come back out here and score nothing less than 4 goals. It was disrespectful. Are you going to play against sticks and stones? Are you going to play against statutes? You're going to play against a team that had players in Nigeria, in Benin City, Nigeria, that were 4-0 down and mustered enough strength to come back up and score 4 goals. To say that you're coming to the country to score 4 goals and they would not be applied was completely, utterly disrespectful and demeaning. When the boys are here and it's 20, the team is compact. As far as the march and game plan today is concerned, the team is quite compact. You have John Kister there backing instructions all the time. You could tell that he wants 3 points today from this march.
So let's say the Nigerians, Musa, who got that one back from it. Musa is going to deep, and it was taught by Strasser. Now it's Kai. Kai, who got the ball from the far side, and Kwame Kui, wanted to Andrano, but he didn't get him. So that's another pressure. Whether or not the boys they're beginning to lose some focus. What should take most?
No, I don't think they're losing focus. I feel we're still in this game. I mean, back to what John was talking about. I saw the video and I thought he was very, very cool. Because, I mean, I think the FA president for Nigeria should have done his research on our boys. And for me, I feel that's clear to say he's not done his research on the Sierra Leone national side because, first of all, Kai Kamara is not playing. It's not the biggest Sierra Leone footballer. You know, no disrespect to Kai Kamara. I mean, I would say he's probably the most popular Sierra Leone footballer, but he's not the because we have a player by the name of Bundu playing in Anderlecht. You know, Anderlecht is one of the biggest football clubs in Europe. You know, it's like the Manchester United of Belgium football. So for you to come and say, and Bundu is not even he's not even playing in the squad, so it shows you the strength that we've got. I mean, you had someone like Rodney Strasser that's played for one of the biggest teams in the world, AC Milan. You know, for him to come and say something like that. I mean, Buya Toure, sorry, was once also top goal scorer in the Swedish league. I mean, for him to say that, it shows clearly the Nigerians did not do their research on Sierra Leone.
And Sierra Leone need to be careful. I think John need to talk to his guys at the back. You know, that was the way they played in Nigeria. But I think today is quite very impressive with the boys. You know, they've been trying to see how best they could please the fans, like what they did in Nigeria. But I think 7 million Sierra Leoneans are watching, and they believe this is a very good opportunity for boys to stand table. It's Group H where we have Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Benin, and Lesotho. Whether Sierra Leone could climb the ladder, and it's a matter of whether and say, John. I think Kwame has been impressive so far. It's quite scary for the Super Eagles if they allow Sierra Leone to break through and get the first goal into the match. Buya, very skillful. It drops the ball down, deep into the and Kwame got 2 chances that it could have converted, but very too fast for him. So like I said, this is Musa. It's a breakthrough one from the Super Eagles, and Lucio clears that one. That's a brilliant one from the new newcomer for today's match, Abubakar Samura.
Well, you could tell that, I mean, like I said, it's compact, quite compact in the defensive thought as well. The guys are trying to stay as close and to the opponents as possible. In the final thought that we have, I mean, troublesome players up front, Kwame, Musa Buya, and of course you have Kai Kamara. Kai Kamara has so far shown leadership in the squad. He's coming back to defend. He defended an in-swing from a corner kick a little while ago, and he was there again defending his goal, the goal of the Leone Stars. And you have, of course, they're all coming back. Alhaji Adriano coming back to the. It shows today. Unlike what you said a little while ago, Remy, I haven't seen glimpses of the performance in Nigeria in the first half. In the first half, they were quite lackluster, but today they are compact. They ensuring they keep and stick to the game plan that was given to them by John Keister. So they're doing well so far. As far as the team is concerned, they've been quite impressive. Both ends, both wings, the midfielders are playing very well. They've kept the likes of Alex Iwobi quiet for.
Coach for Super Eagles, and this is the second time in Sierra Leone. The first time he came to Sierra Leone, that was when Sierra Leone in 1998, when Sierra Leone played against Nigeria, and we beat them 1-0. And today he's here as the assistant coach of the Super Eagles, and they're all quite frustrated at the first leg between Sierra Leone and the Super Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, you can see this is a very important game also for Nigeria, because Nigeria are not through. So they've got, I mean, in the tendency to finish top of the group, but it's not always confirmed, you know. And today's game will be very, very important for both sides. But I feel it's very important for Sierra Leone to get 3 points from today's game, because, like I mentioned earlier, if we win today's game, we've got a very, very strong chance of qualifying for a very, very long time of the African Cup of Nations. I think the last time we qualified for African Cup of Nations was 1996. I mean, I was still in secondary school. No, I was in primary school actually, 1996. So you can imagine what it is for us today if we can hopefully qualify for maybe 25 years since we last qualified, you know. So today's game will be very, very important for our boys, obviously.
All right, so let's see the outcome of today's encounter between Sierra Leone, that of Super Eagles, and it's almost 35 minutes of play so far. Into the first half, and Sierra Leone nothing, Nigeria nothing. So we still wait and see whether Sierra Leone chance that they could convert it back of the net and see whether they could frustrate the Nigerian team. But for the meantime, Sierra Leone, they up the game. They're making do of what they have. The likes of Andrano, who has been impressive up front, and also Kai backing up. And but the defense also quite very active of them. Brilliant one from Dumbuya. And it's Yemi in the 15 jazzing, right slip off, and then it's going to be a throw in favor of Super Eagles. And it's a change for Super Eagles now. A substitution for Super Eagles. And I say will come off for the Super Eagles. It's Atebo, and Abdullah is in 12 jazzing for the Super Eagles. And I think Atebo is quite, challenging. It was the man of the match the last game between Sierra Leone and Super Eagles in Nigeria. It was extremely up his game, but I think he has been kept silent since the start of the first half by Sierra Leone midfielder. Rodin Strasser has been impressive into the match today. So let's see how this works. It's Abdullah, it's first charge for the Super Eagles. The Super Eagles, they're going, and this chase swing set off, and it's going to be a goal kick for Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, like I said earlier, dressing all green, and green and white for Super Eagles. And this is quite very impressive from the Leonster boys. They're making do of, what they have, and they have been outstanding today since the start of the first half. So we're crossing down to 40 minutes into the first half. Kai Kamara could not go at one. Kwame quick challenge. Kwame again, and this is Meadow, picks at one. He's a captain for today's encounter. It's Strasser, Boya into the right hand flank. Boya swings it down, Kwame alone. And the ball bounced and then went out, and it's going to be a goal kick in favor of Super Eagles. Referee Tawel Kamara from Guinea has been quite very and this is what John Kester is actually looking for, to keep the Super Eagles into the first half goalless, and when they come back into the second half, see how he could work his magic like he did in Nigeria.
Now you need to look at the tactic. The game plan of John Kester is playing a very high line, defending quite high. That is one way you could keep the Nigerians out, and you see by the time they are able to break into a defensive third. By the time they're able to break into a defensive thought, I don't think that was a touch. Kwame was trying to maneuver and a very tight maze, but unfortunately, the Nigerian players screamed to say that the ball went out. So they have a throw now. They have a throw in from if you're watching us wherever you are, they have a throw in from the presidential stand area. And that's the number 2 man for Nigeria. Kai Kamara is there again, like I mentioned. He's been all around, showing leadership, defending, going up front, collecting pass, leading the charge against the Nigerians. And so far, our final 4 players are showing exactly why they are here and been brought into the national team, why they won the fate of John Kester, and why they're here to represent Sierra Leone. Now, if you're watching us and you're still confused as to who's wearing green, that's Leonsters. The Leonsters wearing green, the Nigerians wearing green and white. All green for Sierra Leone, green and white for the Nigerians. People are asking, why do we have virtually empty stadium? Of course, COVID restrictions, CAF regulations and FIFA regulations at the moment say that football matches should be played behind closed doors. You'd only have the match commentators, you'd only have the Red Cross, you'd have for us here in Sierra Leone, Fire Force and the fire engine around, and ambulances. So that's why the stadium is empty at the moment. But so cautious display by the Nigerians. It's gone almost 40 minutes gone from the clock at the scoreboard. It's 40 minutes gone. To tell the Nigerians haven't had a complete strike or shot at goal in the past 20 minutes. Every one of the strikes so far or shot at goal is being formed of the Leone Stars. So it's a good sign so far. It's a pleasant sign so far we've seen from the national team Leone Stars.
So let's say, and we still have one objection to the Bundu, who who actually delivered. All what Sierra Leone was expecting, and 2 goals in there, and he's still on the bench. So let's see when he come on, impact he's going to create for the country's team.
Well, also, I mean, we have a strong bench. Bundy's not. We have also Kake. If anything happens to any of the defenders, God forbid, we also have Alissé. We also have Alassane Koroma from Spain, who is no stranger to playing in this pitch, as he did his magic playing for Eastern Lions. So today's game, we have a strong squad on the pitch and also a very, very strong bench. I mean, few people were saying on radios, why do we bring in so many foreign-based players? But it's situations like this, as you can see in Nigeria, we came off the bench and made a massive, influence in the game. And I'm hoping today, again, those players that will be coming off the bench would have a big part to play in today's game.
So let's see how that works. But at least we have 3 home-based players. The goalkeeper Mohamed Kamara, Yemi Dunia from Easter Lions, both of them from Easter Lions. Kamara and Dunia from Easter Lions, and then Lucio Abubakar Samuel from FC Calon. So it's quite very impressive from the home-based boys.
It is. I mean, you cannot come into a match and go below 70% performance level. I mean, the guys need to give their utmost best to ensure that we, as a national team, Leone Stars, will come out of this match with nothing but 3 points. So far, they are piling pressure. They are the only team at the moment attacking the Nigerians. The chances are few and far between. They haven't showed enough composure in front of goal. But our national team players, Leone Stars, being marshaled there by Kai Kamara, who's leading the charge up front. But that's a corner to Leone Stars. That's a corner to the Leone Stars. Kai Kamara mentioned, who's leading the charge up front. You have Kwame Kui, who scored a spectacular opening goal in Nigeria. You also have Meadow, who's a midfield marshal for today, holding things together. He's partnering there in the center of the park with Rodney Strasser, and he is marshalling the guys. You can see Meadow telling the guys, now listen, let's get out there and outnumber the Nigerians. I'll be out here marshalling the midfield together with Mustafa Doumbouya. So they're out there. This could possibly be a chance for Sierra Leone. Oh, that was a missed chance. That was a missed chance there. It could have been a goal, but that was a missed chance coming from a corner kick. That was, of course, caused by Kai Kamara.
Adriano could have combated that one, and he missed the ball. And I think it was poor communication by Adriano. He thought the ball is off way, and eventually the ball was coming on the right track, and he lost that one. And then safe into the hands of goalkeeper Okoye. So quite very impressive. That could have been the 4th goal for Sierra Leone for the break.
Not to forget, the pitch also played a part as well. I mean, had that been a smooth pitch like we had in Nigeria, that would have been a goal, because that ball bounced right in front of Adriano, and obviously which changes the direction of the ball. Hopefully we get another one again with Kai Kamara.
So let's say what Kai could able to do what we're expecting him to do. It's Kelechi moving down, Strasser tackle from the back, and it's a foul. So it's going to foul. It's a foul, and it's going to be a kick in favor of Sierra Leone. And Musa is going to take that one.
That's the former Leicester.
Sure, Musa has been quite very impressive since the first leg.
Well, of course, I mean, you cannot get anything below like Ahmed Musa. He's quick. Unfortunately, he doesn't look quick today. I'm sure John Keister told these guys to listen. I mean, deny him every space possible out there to keep those runs. He has those short darting runs that could and will change course quickly. He has good muscles, but so far he hasn't shown that today. Behind the ball is, of course, Ahmed Musa. It could be either a swing from the left or from the right, but the Leone's players are quite attentive now. So it's a swing from the left. It goes out to touch for a goal kick to Sierra Leone. Wow, if you're just joining us, it's the match between Leone Stars of Sierra Leone and the Super Eagles of Nigeria for a place in the 2020 Africa Cup of Nations. That's John Keister backing out there. John Keister backing instructions now. 45 minutes gone. We've just been told that the additional time would be 2 minutes. 2 minutes additional time. 45 minutes gone so far. The match within Leone Stars, Sierra Leone and Nigeria.
This is impressive. Oh, yeah! And that could have been the deadlock been broken by Buya, but eventually didn't got the ball to his right possession, and it kicks the ball off, and it went off track, and it's going to be a goal kick. That could have been jubilation to go to the break, but eventually didn't got the ball right, and then and it's gonna goal kick for Super.
Now, of course, yeah, what I suspect now, as you see, the Nigerians are going to go in and have a tactical change now, because we are, as far as a few chances, and that's him again on the ball. I mean, quite impressive as far as the match is concerned today. A swing, but of course, straight to the goalkeeper of the Nigerians. Enough time to rehydrate, but I'm sure John Keister as well will take the boys in again and say, listen, let's go out there. We have to win. We need 3 points from this match. We could win by a lone goal, we could win by 2 goals, but we need to go out there and show the Nigerians that we are in Sierra Leone, we are in Freetown, the land of the free.
So let's see how that will close to the end of the 2 minutes added additional time that was added by the fourth officials for the Sierra Leone and Super Eagles. So it's going to be a throw for Nigeria, and Musa is going to take the ball. He's a captain for the Super Eagles this time. And let's see how it's going to work now, and it's about 6 players. Headset goes, and Lucio head that one back. That's a brilliant one, and Musa, and it's Meadow who clears off. And it's going to be another goal, a corner kick for the Super Eagles. Super Eagles, and the referee says that's the end of the first half, and we've clocked 2 additional minutes, added 19 seconds, and the referee decided to blow the whistle. Another first half here in Sierra Leone, the country's capital city. And the group is Group L, where we have Nigeria, who are in 1 point. So if it remains like this, the Super Eagles will have 8 points, Sierra Leone 3 points, and we're waiting for the outcome of the Benin and Lesotho.
Finished draw.
Draw between the two. So obviously I think Sierra Leone, they've got a chance now. If they win this game today, I'm sure Sierra Leone will sit right footing into this group. It's a very big group. Into the FIFA ranking, they believe that into this group. Into the group.
Head to head. Third with 3.
To close the gap to have Malay's 5 points, 2 points behind Benin. I think that will better from them before going to Lesotho.
For sure.
Match. So I think they've got some chance. So we have Jora, we have Kake, we have Bundu on the bench. So I think it's most of them. So let's see how the second half is going to look like for John Keister men. So for now, all of going to the dressing room, talks is going to take place.
Now, and also in March, we'll be playing Lesotho away, and whilst Benin will be playing at home, there'll be a crucial game for both sides, pending Sierra Leone beat Nigeria today. And if we beat Nigeria, that would take us, like Remy Wilson said, it would give us 5 points. And the match between Nigeria and Benin would be also crucial as well, because Nigeria are not yet safe, and them going away to Benin.
You are watching AYV Television.
Afternoon and welcome to a special edition of AYV program coming to you AYV Television. Remember, say Leone Stars, they lock on to the Super Eagles with some leg in the 2021 African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Also, the first end, and we'll see the continue and will therefore discuss on the first of the second leg of. All right. Okay. So let's the boys in performance. You know, we see from the first leg, John Key started play. Little we know about the team formation. They put 5 defending inside Samuel Ominia Stadium, Benin City. But we see this is a play for defense. We see the flair in the boys. Then tell us what you think about.
Starts with the coach first.
Okay.
I think what happened in Nigeria was like it didn't see this game for be a very big one for Sierra Leone, and all it been focused on was let's defend well and not concede much. I think so that was exactly what John been to think of back there in Nigeria. But what happened today now that after I don't get, because it's always good as a coach able to get a feel of your opponents before the match, you know, and I think it gets a taste of what happened in that particular encounter. And as a result of that now, you see, say, it don't able for
redundancy say you play, you know, for the country, put on the country national colors.
Correct.
You know, how it can sound like, you know, a match day like this, huge expectation for fans then playing against.
Obviously, from the past match, I was really impressed with the players from 4-0 to 4-4, though I did match. But one thing really realized in this match, the return leg, is the Nigeria coach telling players, they say, look, Sierra Leone are well motivated now, so take the game easy. Then that's why you can see we are pressing, Nigeria not pressing that much. But we try to do some pressing there, I will make a goal.
Not much performance before Michael Vican, not much performance, you know, see from the boys, them few chances, not being utilized at the moment, and the most.
Yeah, they're not the offense, they are not offending. They close the game to see what Leone Star can do, or they are trying to use Leone Star to lose more energy first half so that they can profit from the second half. I think our players are the left. I think second half they will do more than first half.
All right. Okay. So Tulala just inside Nigeria, first leg we suicide we concede quick goal in about 20 minutes. We don't get like 3 goals. You understand? But now we suicide the first half of play. Sierra Leone well then get and then really play with confidence. You understand? Looking at Booyah and left hand, and you see Booyah they try for swinging the ball inside for like get the how we get the second goal. So what do you think about Booyah in performance or up there?
Well, I think you know, just as I've been saying, we asked the punches now. It's very much clear that when you are playing against an opponent, you understand what the opponent's capable of doing, right? Now, in the first leg, what happened? You find out so it was not enough because when the midfield paused, you find out say the defenders tend for go off the game. This are something where you really need for understanding the game of football. And for me, I think John Kista, I want to give him credit on this particular one because what he do now is that instead of having the 5 at the back, let me take one of those 5 and let me have 4 midfielders. So you find out that the Nigerians not able for wolf in that midfield like how do we in the first leg. So I think it's the technical team of this particular.
Let's pay attention now to the team selection of coach John Kista. You know, he played defense, he played with 2 new faces. Should I say 2 new faces? Yes, 2 home-based boys. Then he gets Samoa, that's Lucio from FC Calon. We get Yemi Dunia from Eastern Lions, and of course we get Dumbuya and Kevin Wright, 4 defenders. You know, then it changed this. Of course the center midfield. No John Kamara would bring in Rodney Strasser and Meadow get the captain back after we lost Zingele for 2 yellow cards. So just better get on a bite a quick one. Should I have you get you bite quick one on the team selection specifically for look at the boys them this
match. Strasser impressed the country. He do great. I know Strasser because I play with them together with the national team. I know what he's capable of doing in the league.
He get a fighting spirit.
Get a fighting spirit, strong and defensive spirit. And Meadow is there also. I think John Kamara, he's a good player also. But for this match, he need more than John. If they get for user, they get for prove himself back, do good for the midfield.
Alex.
Yeah, I think just as me. It's a different one when it comes to being rigid in terms of in a coach, you know. But Rodney right from the word go, he's a rough midfielder. He's energetic, you know, and you need that kind in a more sweet. I was not surprised when I saw John taking John Kamara. It's okay, you wait for this game and let's bring Rodney, who was on the bench in the. I think. It might just change the complexion of the match.
So the Nigerians, Victor Sibian Osim, the man from Napoli, you know, late in the first half of play, and took squad for Victor. You know, I haven't been seeing much from the Nigerians during the first leg at you know, in Benin City as compared to at Checker Stevens Stadium as the match continues.
Well, just like where the problem is going to be.
Yeah.
If we're able for pick up what's in they come up with in the second half, because the approach is going to be completely different.
Yes, exactly.
And now you find out, say,
because the intensity is too low, too slow. We have to raise the intensity way higher, so they might get tired. And when they get tired, they will find because there's a lot of space behind them to put down. Because those two white boys there back there. Yes, I think.
You think the second half would be Barry and Bundu? I mean, they're quite fast players and could run in between and in behind the defenders.
We have the resources. I mean, we have a lot of players there.
For the first time I'm hearing you mention that we have the resources, the strength in depth as far as the...
I'm seeing.
Now, what should be the approach going into the second half from the Leone Stars?
For me, I think we have to move the game forward to the final third. Maybe we can start the game in the middle third and then take. Maybe go closer to Andrano, so at least we can be able to find two players. But at the moment, we're finding only Andrano and Kakama is way back. So if we force to, I think we can find ways to go in behind them and cross it as well.
I noticed the team is quite compact, unlike what happened in Nigeria in the first half. All over the place. The Nigerians capitalized on that, but today, at the no one's
yeah, but because when at home here, it's difficult for any opponent to play on the stadium because the stadium is not that good. So, getting to even combine passes because if they lose, they might be trouble because they might be destabilized and maybe with good opportunities.
for Sierra Leone. We're back. It's second half right here from the National Stadium in Free. It's going to buckle under pressure. Is it going to be frenetic? What will be the pace in the second half? Mohamed Kalon mentioned that it's quite slow at the moment. It was a cautious march. The Nigerians were trying to study and observe the game plan of the Leone says Sierra Leone. Leone says did the same, but are they going to let all guns blaze? He mentioned that there are, and they could go behind the defenders. He said they're quite slow. You can have or introduce players like Prince Barry and Mustafa Bundu. You could have a great match today. Now it's the Leone says march coming to you live from the National Stadium in Freetown. It's coming to you live from the National Stadium in Freetown, and we're here bringing you match analysis and commentary in the studio with are attacking from the Ascension Town end. If you have obviously been watching football in Sierra Leone, you could tell that the Ascension Town end is of the scoreboard. And it's a live commentary coming to you right here on quite cautious there in total side. City and Leicester man, and now 14 jersey, and Ahmed Musa also wearing the captain's armband. He wears the number 7 jersey for Nigeria. Sitting in today for look cards up now of that was an Amish. That was an Amish. Thankfully, he was saved. Thankfully, he was saved by the defender. Nigerians. Nigeria. Leone Stars, you have Mohamed Kamara in goal. Mohamed N. Kamara, Nigerians. That's you. Yemi Dunia, Ubaka, they kept form. Number 14, Abubakar Samura for Leone Stars, heading that out. I think he replaces Maruzin Gele. Because I mentioned earlier, future in the next match for the national Leone Stars. Sir. And chasing after every Dumbuya, Mustafa Dumbuya finding his man. Unfortunately, Yemi Dunia wins that right there. Cam Mustafa. Nigeria. 7 minutes gone as far as regulation time is concerned. It's 52 minutes gone. The Nigerians are trying to attack from the back. That's the Everton man on the to Ekong, Aribo to Ekong, who plays a long one, barking out instructions there. The Nigerians are attacking again. Referee of Sir Leone, goalkeeper. Man, more unfortunately, he went. Pitch is not July, August, but it's November now. It's quite out there. It's quite dry. Dumbuya found a Nigerian out there and was clearly called, but we stand yet to come. They stay the sword. Rodneystrasse in Lukov. A bit of, he's in a bit of pain, but is that placed by now. The national team Leone Stars. Let's wait and see. It's 56 minutes gone, 57 minutes gone now in the second half. The match between Super Eagles of Nigeria and the are there. Number 10, man for Aribo, left to the defense of the defender. The defender was defended by a midfielder. It's Leone Stars of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Now there. Kai was pumped. Right on the spot. Could this be the cotton raise? Battle on. Very well. But he was maneuvered by the Nigerian 11 Jazzy, the trick. Like him. Farbunde fighting to win was by Aina. Number 2 Jazzy won that. Defense of the Leone Stars winning.
and be as fair as possible. But I can see Sierra Leone, it's a little bit flat starting the second half. Experience of waking up a little, the waking up. It's on the ball because you weak teams are just.
I mentioned earlier, football is generally why not my broadcasting potentials, but of course, where I also discovered that I could actually, MC, so presenters. We get into the minor. Sure, it seems pedestrian still at the moment. Both teams are cautious. The Nigerians will go the top of the group. Sierra Leone would have to get 3 points. 1 point is not enough, will not be enough. And of course, leave John. Thereby the as Leon says. That was one in the midfield. Number 6 jersey for Durian. But the Leon says Kevin Wright playing that. Year, every qualifier we get to play, your teams that would complain. I don't. And he's on the ball again. That's Kwame Kwee. He could shoot. Nigeria, that's Akpoguma. Akpoguma. Substitute. It's going to be a what?
We've got Usman Kake of Queen's Park Rangers in England also warming up. I mean, we're hoping, like I said earlier on, it's not so serious.
That was it. Kamal is on the floor, but is up again to continue the game. I'm sure he's fit to continue the game, but I think it's going to be a substitution for Leone, which I believe
Mustafa. Replacing in he was replaced Ajayi Mohammed. Was brought in. That was for the Nigerian. All right. If you just jump, March at the moment. Up. quite they do short to now. Less than 30 seconds to go. What will happen in 30 seconds? Like Akman will say, if anything happen. So,
I mean, let's invite the presence of the biggest by Mao. You know, Mohamed Kalon. He's in the building and he'll be here today's game. So, what's your thoughts, sir?
And better.
And you were captain of the national team. That was what you would always say that.
That is crazy. This dog.
Very, very. They've nicked at the end, but you know we can't be too great in this. I've always said one day in football is. but for next level we do. About that.
Do you guys feel disappointed? You didn't go.
Well, I mean, yes, because this is the next days didn't go well. So for the 1 point is okay because Nigeria is it. Teammate. Everybody like one of Nations Cup, so I think we are this game. Oh, national team.